Every single day, around 200 people are asking me and asking other people in all of these OnlyFans management groups, what is the best traffic source? If you have the same exact question, then this video is exactly for you, because we're going to be talking about Twitter, YouTube, paid ads, TikTok, Facebook, dating apps, Reddit, Instagram, and every other automation that's out there. Obviously, there could be other traffic sources, for example, Omega, or appearing on podcasts, or writing some newspaper articles, but we're not going to talk about those. These are the most used traffic sources. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Obviously, all of us are in this business to make money. So the most important aspect, in my opinion, is going to be the price of running said traffic source. For starters, in my opinion, the cheapest traffic source to run right now is Twitter, especially with retweet groups, because you literally don't need anything. You just have to make an account, join these retweet groups, and be active on them, retweet other people's posts. It doesn't cost you anything, only a couple minutes every single day. So it's going to be the cheapest out there. Next up is going to be short form content. TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels. It is a little bit more expensive than Twitter, because you do have to buy at least one additional phone for the creator, which is $500-600 bucks, but that's going to last a lifetime. So that's a little bit more. You do have to invest some money, but it's not that expensive. Obviously, you can go overboard and buy an 8K camera and just rent a whole studio for TikTok and all that shit. But this is just for starters. That is the second priciest option. Next up is going to be YouTube. It is, in my opinion, more expensive than short form content, because you do have to hire video editors or even do it yourself, buy a lot of softwares, make thumbnails and do all that shit. So that's a little bit pricier option. Next up is going to be Reddit. With Reddit, I'm talking about when you buy upvotes. For upvotes, I would recommend spending around 10, 20, 30 bucks a day on them. So that's going to come down to 300, 900 bucks per month, which is a cost, which is an occurring cost. So it's not like with TikTok where you only have to buy the phone once. You do have to spend every single day on it. Next up is going to be ads. With paid ads, obviously the more money you put in, the more results you are going to get. So it's like you do have to spend your money to get results. The next step is going to be, which is in my opinion the most priciest option, is running automations and dating apps. Those are the most priciest because there is a huge chance that you are losing money on them. Like, you can invest a lot into buying phones, you can invest a lot into SMS verification, into making accounts, into methods, into proxies and all that shit. And at the end of the day, you are losing money. So that's a huge option there. That's why running those would only be recommended for agencies which has the capital for it. Next up is going to be the technical knowledge. The easiest thing to run, literally, is TikTok, because all you have to do is to just get a new phone, put a fucking SIM card in it, you're good to go. There is no additional technical knowledge you need to run that traffic source. Next up is going to be Twitter. It's a little bit harder because you do have to join retweet groups, you do have to post, you do have to make sure that the captions are good, you do have to know how to operate these retweet groups. So it's a little bit harder, but still on the easy side. Next up is going to be Instagram. For Instagram, I'm mainly talking about Reels. It's a little bit harder because if you want to target first world countries such as USA, you do have to use a proxy, you do have to change the geolocation and all that shit. So it's a little bit harder to do, but it's still not that difficult. Next up is going to be Reddit. For Reddit, you do have to be using a proxy, you do have to know how to operate upvote sites or upvote panels. You do, and there is still a risk of the account getting banned. So that's why I believe it's a little bit harder than Instagram, but still not that difficult to run. Next up is going to be YouTube. With YouTube, you do have to have a little bit more knowledge, because either yourself or you have to hire a person who knows how to do GoTo thumbnails, how to edit the videos, how to do all that stuff. Next up is going to be Facebook Reels. Although the technical part is not difficult, there is very little knowledge in the OnlyFans management space. Almost no one is talking about it, except for us, because we have launched our course a couple of days ago. And in that course, we have talked extensively about how to run Facebook Reels. But apart from our course, I personally haven't found anyone talking about Facebook Reels on how to run them, how to optimize them, how to even make an account and all that stuff. So that's why, although it is, in my opinion, the same level, the reason why I put it, to a much higher point in the technical knowledge chart is because there is almost no knowledge out there. Next up is going to be ads. Running ads is not difficult if you are buying, let's say, shoutouts. That is, if your interpretation of ads is just buying shoutouts, that's really easy to do. But if you want to run, let's say, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, or adult site ads, you do need a lot of knowledge about targeting, about how to be TOS compliant and all that stuff, which is indeed really hard to do, and there is not going to be any knowledge out there for free, especially with this OnlyFans management space. And the last one is going to be dating apps and automations. It's simply, dating apps are always changing. I've been running dating apps for over a year now. I've recently stopped it because there's just too much headache with it, and it's constantly changing. So like every month, every 2 months, the algorithm is going to change. It's going to need different type of phone numbers, and it needs better proxies, more aging, constantly changing and changing. So I would only recommend doing dating apps if you already have a lot of knowledge about proxies, about app cloner, about GPS locations and those things. And the automations as well, because all the automations which are working good are not easy to run. There are so many quote-unquote bots or methods of running these softwares for OFM, but 99% of them are just simply not working. That is going to be the truth. I'm not saying that all of them are a scam, but you shouldn't put that much expectations into any of the bots which are available. Next up is going to be the hardness of scaling. Although something can be easy to run, it doesn't mean that you can scale it to, let's say, 2,000 subscribers a day. That's why, in my opinion, once you have a good method, once you have a good bot, those are the easiest to scale, because all you have to do is you have a method and you just make it more times. That's basically it. That is why, in my opinion, the dating apps and automations are really easy to scale. With ads, it's a little bit trickier. It's not enough to just put more money into it, because then there's going to be a tipping point when that targeting is going to just run out of options, run out of people to show the ad to. So like you constantly have to retarget. Like it's a little bit harder, but still possible if you have the knowledge for it. Next up is going to be Twitter. With Twitter, all you have to do is to just literally make more accounts, join more retweet groups. That's basically it. Again, with all of these methods, there are just so many ways of doing it. I'm just trying to break it down for those people that are just starting their OnlyFans management journey to just know what to expect from each traffic source, from each method. Yes, there are many other ways of running Twitter, many other ways of running TikTok and all that stuff. But again, these are for the beginners. So for Twitter, if you're running retweet groups, all you have to do is to just join more groups and make more accounts. That's basically it. With short form content, such as TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram, scaling can go down two paths. One of them is going to be more agency dependent, which is going to be you are making more accounts and you are reposting content. That is one way of scaling. Or you just ask the creator to make more videos. That is why I put it in the middle, because it really depends on how you interpret scaling itself. And the hardest ones, in my opinion, to scale is Reddit and YouTube. With YouTube, although you can make multiple accounts, but if you want to make if you want to build a brand for yourself and not just post a bunch of reels, not just post a bunch of shorts, but want to build up a reputation, want to build up a page where you post long form content, it's really hard to scale that. And with Reddit, if you're not running any large scale botting, Reddit is almost impossible to scale. You can have one account or maybe two accounts if you know what you're doing, and you can make your own subreddits, but apart from that, it's really hard to scale to big numbers. Next up on the list is going to be the quality of subscribers. Again, this obviously depends on a lot of factors, and it's not like all of the guys that are coming from X traffic source are going to be shit, and all of the guys that are coming from Y traffic sources are going to be good. It doesn't work like that. This is just what we have seen in our agency after running all of these methods for quite a long time. In our opinion, running ads is, although really easy to run once you know how to target people, it's not going to bring the best quality of subscribers. Yes, they are interested in the girl herself, but they are not that involved with her content or with her page. Next up is going to be TikTok and Instagram. The issue with these traffic sources is that they are kind of oversaturated right now. With TikTok, all of these girls are just basically looking the same, and on Instagram Reels it is the same thing as well. And because a lot of new agencies just came up, a lot of new models are getting their TikToks better and better. That's why all of these, the quality of the subscribers from these sites just have been decreasing. Next up is going to be Twitter. The reason, in my opinion, why the Twitter subscribers are kind of mid is that Twitter is already full of porn content. So they are going to subscribe to your page because they are interested in the model herself, but literally their choice of social media is Twitter, which is already full of hardcore porn. So like, that's why I don't think that most Twitter subscribers are going to spend a lot of money on the creator herself. Next up is going to be Facebook and YouTube. The thing with Facebook is that it's kind of untapped. All of the Facebook Reels users are not accommodated to seeing a lot of OnlyFans creators right away, and the usual users of Reels are older men, and those people are willing to spend a lot of money, unlike just 18-year-old, 20-year-old high school students that you are getting from TikTok. Next up is going to be YouTube. Again, with YouTube, I'm mainly talking about if you're running long-form content. With long-form content, you are really building up the personality of the creator herself. So if they're coming from YouTube, they already like her personality, like all of her stuff, and they have been watching hours and hours of her content. So if they're going to subscribe, they are more likely to spend more money on the creator herself. Next up is going to be Reddit. With Reddit, what we have seen is most of the subscribers are asking for custom content, which is obviously going to be the most expensive thing to ask for, although their lifespan can be really long if your creator is special. But if she's just a basic looking girl and they found her on Beep Boobs subreddit, then it's not likely that they're going to stay for a really long time, but for the lifespan that they are subscribed to the page, they are more likely to ask for custom content. And the highest quality subscribers are going to be from dating apps, because all of those guys really believe that if they are going to be spending money, if they are going to be talking with her, then they are likely to meet. So that's why they are usually the highest quality subscribers. But it can be, what we have seen is they either don't spend anything or they spend a fuck ton of money. So next up is going to be content needed. For dating apps, automations and ads, you don't really need that much content. All you need is just a couple of pictures, maybe a verification videos, and you are basically good to go, and you can scale to hundreds of thousands of dollars without the model even doing anything on a daily basis. So with Twitter, we are usually posting around 3-4 times a week, one video each, so I wouldn't really consider that a lot of content. Next up is going to be Reddit. For Reddit, we are usually posting around 20 times a day. So like 20 pictures. Most of them are going to be different ones. So for that, you do need around 50 pieces of content per week, but that's usually just really short form content, and it's not that difficult for the creators to make them. Next up is going to be YouTube. For YouTube, it's a little bit different content than what most creators are used to, because it's going to be long form content, which is either yoga or ASMR, that kind of stuff. For that, although we don't need that much content, but it's going to be a little bit harder. So I did want to implement YouTube into the middle section here. And for the most amount, it's going to be short form content, which is TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Although we are usually repurposing the TikTok content to Facebook and Instagram. So the creator doesn't, in most cases, doesn't have to make new content for Facebook and Instagram. But I did want to just put them into one basket. So for TikTok, we are usually asking for 20-25 videos every single day and half an hour TikTok lives every day. So like that's going to be more model dependent apart from the other sources. And then know what you are asking. You want to know what to do, because I've just given you a bunch of information, bunch of details about all of these traffic sources, but you're still clueless. So here are my picks. If you are a beginner agency, then I would definitely start with TikTok, just TikTok alone. Like, you know how to make the videos, you know how to set up the basic funnel for it, just start with TikTok. After that, once you are getting some amount of subscribers and you are getting some views, then I would start Twitter and or Reddit, because again, in my opinion, those are really easy to run and get subscribers from. Next up is going to be Instagram and Facebook. Although they are not hard to run, it's more of like a long-term strategy to run reels on both of these platforms, because it's not that easy to go viral right away. Usually you have to be posting for around 1 month until you get some significant results from both sides. Next up is going to be YouTube. YouTube, it's not a difficult thing to run, but again, it's a really long-term stuff, and you do need a lot of coordination for that. Next up is going to be ads. Not difficult to run, but you do need a lot of money to put into, and the chatting really has to be on point for that. So the last things that I would recommend as a beginner agency would be to run dating apps and automations, because they are really expensive to run, really hard to do, and just an incredible headache, especially if you are starting out. All of the strategies that I've just shared with you, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, paid ads, everything is in our totally free course. Let me just show you real quick. So like the value that you are getting for totally free, just because you're watching this video. On redlabelcourse.com, we have talked about basics of OFM, just a little know-how. Agency setup, how to set up your own agency. As you can see, it's kind of huge. How to manage your agency, how to do the drive folders, how to manage expectations from the creators, from your employees, how to set up your Telegram groups, how to get your first couple of clients, which I've already talked about in a previous video as well, but it's literally written down in the course itself. How to set up the OnlyFans account, how to find your niche, how to make the content itself, how to set up the name, banner, profile picture, everything. And obviously you find here TikTok mastery, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, OnlyFans SEO, Fat Life, how to chat, hiring, just basics of entrepreneurship, and next up is going to be YouTube, which is coming soon, but hopefully when you are watching this video, it's already up. Like literally everything is in this fucking course for free. You don't have to get any leaked courses. You don't have to spend countless hours finding basic guidances from YouTube. It's literally in our website. That's one big issue with all of this OnlyFans management stuff, that it's constantly changing. It's changing by the day, as with dating apps, with TikTok algorithm, just new ban wave. Literally a couple of days ago, a huge Reddit ban wave came in. So like, there's a solution. Our solution for this is Red Label Elite. Red Label Elite is our Telegram group where you are able to meet with like-minded individuals which are literally in the same space as you, and they are watching our videos. They have went through our course. Just telling you, that course is so fucking long. I mean, there's literally every knowledge that you need to just earn 10, 20, 30K per month. And all of the members that are in the Telegram group itself has seen the course itself. And there are so many individuals, agencies that are making so much fucking money in that group that it's unbelievable. When you are joining this group, you will get a 15-minute call with me. I'm there to help you out. As you know me, I'm here to help you guys out. In that 15-minute call, especially if you're a beginner, you're literally able to gain 1, 2, 3 months of knowledge right away by just joining the group itself. We are giving away weekly 1-hour coaching sessions to the members of our group. Every second week, we are inviting guests from the OnlyFans management space to help you expand your knowledge. All of these videos are not going to be seen on YouTube, on Rumble, none of that site. It's going to be just for the Red Label Edits. There are going to be an early access to all of our upcoming tools. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about the tools that are coming, but let's just say they are going to be fucking awesome. And all of the tools you are going to get early access to. And this is not enough. I do want to make sure that you are getting the best experience possible. So once you join, you will get discounts from all of our partners, all of our managers. Because I have a Reddit manager, I have a Twitter manager, a FatLife manager, and all that. You will get a discount from all of those. You get a $50 discount from Twitter, from Reddit management, from FatLife bot, from other chatting guides, and you will get a huge fucking discount from our coaching as well. So like, it's literally, you join the group itself and you are basically making back your money right away. So if you want to expand your OnlyFans management knowledge, and if you want to scale your agency, click the link down below in the description. Check out redlabelcourse.com. Check out the whole course. Once you finish with the course itself, I would definitely recommend you to join our elite membership. That's going to skyrocket all of your OnlyFans management earnings. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.